Once upon a time, there lived three friends in a Tata village: Ememofonokan, Darakebasi, and Ikemeniebasi. They played together and went to stream together. They were age mates and neighbors, and their parents were farmers and traders. Dara was the meekest of them all. Dara was the eldest in her family. Her parents loved her because she was hardworking. Her four siblings took her as their role model. She was short in height and was around the age of 21. She was dark in complexion with a round face and a dimple on one side of her cheek. She was as round as an orange with moderate hips for a girl of her age. She smiled even when she was in pain and hated gossip. She enjoyed singing while doing some house chores, as this, she thought, made the chores faster and easier. She was admired by all and was a true African beauty. She gave respect to whoever deserved it and was ever ready to help anyone that needed help in any way. She had long black hair that always danced with the wind whenever she stepped outside. She met Emem and came on her way to the stream to fetch water for evening cooking, and they became friends. Emem was the only child of her parents. She was pampered, she did whatever she desired at any given time, and she had no respect for elders. She was average in height for girls of her age and beautiful too. She was fair in complexion with an oblong face. She had perfect hips that danced to the rhythm of her steps. Girls of her age wished they had such hips. Because of her beauty, she became proud at heart. She rejected every suitor that asked for her hand in marriage, claiming that they were not up to her standard. Her parents tried talking to her on many occasions, but she would bark at them and storm out of the house to sit with her friends. Kemi was the last child of her parents. She had only three sisters and no brother. Her three sisters were all married out to the neighboring villages. She was left with her parents. Kemi was an obedient child and loved to help her mother in the market. She was light-skinned and tall. She had big eyes and beautiful set of teeth. She was most of the time careless. She hated sweeping but loved gossip. She always cleaned her room under compulsion. She loved food more than anything else. She had very beautiful figure like every other woman and numerous suitors to choose from. Kemi met Emem in the market where she went to sell her father's produce. They became friends since then. Whenever Kemi wanted to go to the market to sell, she would call out to Emem, her friend, and they would walk down to the market while gisting. The two friends met Dara on their way to the stream one evening after returning from the market. They all exchanged pleasantries and became close friends. Ma was an old woman in her early hundreds. She had only but a few set of teeth remaining. She had no hair left on her head. She was always in head tie during the day to protect her head from the scorching heat of the sun. She was the only survivor among her mates, yet she was still active. She had no one to talk to. She talked and laughed to herself and to any bird or animal that went close to her. She lived in a lonely pathway leading to Nkanga River. She loved sitting by the banks of the river to enjoy the calm breeze as it caresses her dry skin and to grin whenever the fishes jumped out of the river. She wished she were still young so she could swim, as she was one of the best swimmers in her days. Her house was made with dry palm leaves and she had numerous fruits to eat from even when she had no molars the grinders. She had a very beautiful voice and most of the time sang an elegy. Trees stood still and owls hooted in sadness. She was a native of Ediomo village. She had 6 sons, but they all drowned in Ibuna River. In a bid to rescue his sons, the soft soil caved in and Ma's husband was buried alive. Ma was accused of killing her family and was labeled a witch. She was driven out of the community and she found her way to Nkanga River in Atata village, 9 communities away, where she took up dwelling as an alien resident. She took up farming and ate some of the produce while she sold some at a nearby village so as to buy clothes for herself. Every night she would lay down outside her little hut to look at the starry heavens. She would grin when a star twinkles or travels from one place to another, as those comforted her with an assured hope that the one sitting above those stars would always guide and protect her as he had always.